வணக்கம் ஷமா. How are you ஷமா? ஷமா விஸ்வநாதன். சங்கோடா சிங்கப்பூர்ல ஷமா. வெரோனிகா ஹாய். சரி எல்லாருக்கும் ஹாய். ப்ளீஸ் இந்த வீடியோ கொஞ்சம் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. எல்லாம் சிங்கப்பூர்ல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் டேக் பண்ணுங்க. இங்கிலீஷ் வெர்ஷன் ப்ளீஸ். லேட்டர் English version please. I'll give a very short English version la. சரி எல்லாருமே ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க ப்ளீஸ். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் சிங்கப்பூர்ல வேலை செய்றவங்க எல்லாத்தையும் டேக் பண்ணுங்க. லேட்டஸ்ட் அப்டேட் இன்னைக்கு நிறைய அப்டேட்ஸ் வந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ லேட்டஸ்ட் அப்டேட். ஷமா சிரிக்கிறீங்களா நம்மளை இங்க தவிர்க்க விட்டுட்டு? ஜெராட் ஷேர் பண்ணிருங்க. ஜெராட் தேங்க்யூ. சரி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஷேர் பண்ணிருங்க. முக்கியமா சிங்கப்பூர்ல வேலை செய்றவங்களை டேக் பண்ணுங்க ப்ளீஸ். சிங்கப்பூர்ல வேலை செய்றவங்களை டேக் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுறேன். ஓகே நல்ல விஷயம் இல்லை சரியா? நல்ல விஷயம் எதுவுமே இல்லை. ஓகே பிசிஏல வரவங்க சரியா? பிசிஏல வரவங்க ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் 13, அதாவது நாளைக்கு ராத்திரி 12 மணிக்கு, நல்லா கேட்டுக்குங்க, நாளைக்கு ராத்திரி 12 மணிக்கு ராத்திரியிலேருந்து பிசிஏல வரவங்களுக்கு 14 days குவாரண்டைன் இருக்கு மலேசியால சரியா? இது வந்து கேகேஎம்மோட லேட்டஸ்ட் அப்டேட். கேகேஎம் வந்து இப்போதான் அப்டேட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ சிங்கப்பூர்ல இருக்கிறவங்க பிசிஏல வெளியே வரவங்க, திருப்பியும் நான் சொல்றேன், பிசிஏல வெளியே வர்றீங்க, பிசிஏ அப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு வெளியே வருவீங்க, இங்க நீங்க வந்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து 14 days குவாரண்டைன் கம்பல்சரி சரியா? ஸோ பிசிஏல நீங்க வெளியே வர்றதா இருந்தா நீங்க வந்து பிசிஏ அப்ளை பண்ணும் போது $3,400 கையில வச்சுக்குங்க. ஏறத்தாழ வந்து ஒரு 11,000 ரிங்கெட் வரும். அதுக்கப்புறம் மலேசியா வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா இங்க வந்து ஒரு 14 days குவாரண்டைன். இந்த 14 days குவாரண்டைன் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச கணக்கு வந்து 2,100 ரிங்கெட் சரியா? ஸோ 2,100 ரிங்கெட் பிளஸ் உங்க சிங்கப்பூர்ல உள்ள குவாரண்டைன் பிளஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா எனக்கே தெரியல எங்க போகுதுன்னு சரியா? ஸோ பிசிஏல வரவங்களுக்கு வந்து 14 days குவாரண்டைன் கம்பல்சரின்னு கேகேஎம் வெளியாகியிருக்கு. இப்பதான் வெரி பேட் நியூஸ். அப்புறம் எதுக்கு பிசிஏ ஒன்று அப்ளை பண்ணணும்னு எனக்கே தெரியல. ஸோ நீங்க பிசிஏ அப்ளை பண்றதுனால இதுல என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் வருதுன்னா, நீங்க எத்தனை நாள் கழிச்சு திருப்பி சிங்கப்பூருக்கு போடுற டேட் வந்து இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு உங்களுக்கு ப்ராப்ளமா இருக்க போகுது. ஏன்னா நீங்க குவாரண்டைன்லேயே 14 days நீங்க இங்க இருக்கணும். ஸோ 14 days குவாரண்டைன்ல இருந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க வீட்டுக்கு போய் அதுக்கப்புறம் வீட்டுல இருந்து திருப்பி லீவு முடிஞ்சு நீங்க சிங்கப்பூர் போற டேட்டு இதெல்லாம் நீங்க பிசிஏ அப்ளை பண்ணும் போது பாத்துக்குங்க சரியா? என்ன கேட்டா பிசிஏ இஸ் நாட் worth it anymore சரியா? 12,000 பிளஸ் 13,000 பிளஸ் வரும் சரியா? ஸோ அது ஒன்று. இன்னொன்று வந்து மொத நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன், இங்க வந்து மலேசியால வந்து இதுக்கப்புறம் குவாரண்டைன் வந்து எஸ் பேக் டு ஸ்கொயர் ஒன், எக்ஸாக்ட்லி பேக் டு ஸ்கொயர் ஒன், எக்ஸப்ட் ஃபார் பேக் டு ஸ்கொயர் ஒன் சிங்கப்பூர் ஹஸ் ஆட் அப் டு 21 days சரியா? ஸோ பிசிஏல வெளியே வந்தீங்கன்னா you have 14 days quarantine in Malaysia. I'm repeating again, PCA la vandingna 14 days quarantine. So all together 21, 31, 35 days quarantine irukku ungalku. Quarantine mattum 35 days irukku ungalku. Vandu poningna PCA la. I don't think so is worth it la. Seriya. Better stay in Singapore. Very true. Time being better stay in Singapore. Innonu vandu Malaysia is going into a total lockdown starting from tomorrow 12 o'clock. Seriya? Malaysia is going for a total lockdown starting tomorrow night 12 o'clock. Seriya? So 13 na tomorrow night 12 o'clock. So MCO, they are bringing back MCO, Movement Control Order. So டோட்டலா வந்து நீங்க இங்க வந்தாலும் பிசிஏல புண்ணியமே கிடையாது. ஏன்னா the entire country is going to lockdown சரியா? ஒரு நாடே லாக்டவுனுக்கு போகுது. One thing, this is the first thing. The second thing is emergency exit from Singapore. திருப்பியும் சொல்றேன், emergency exit from Singapore. I will explain to you all again. மொத பிசிஏ சொல்லி முடிச்சிட்டேன். இப்ப ரெண்டாவது வந்து இன்மர்ஜென்சி. இந்த இன்மர்ஜென்சி வந்து ரெண்டே விஷயத்துக்கு தான் இன்மர்ஜென்சி டிக்ளேர் பண்றாங்க. ஒன்னு வந்து இஃப் யோர் வெரி க்ளோஸ் ரிலேட்டிவ், வெரி க்ளோஸ் பிளட் லைக் ஃபாதர், மதர், சிஸ்டர், பிரதர், கிராண்ட்ஃபாதர், அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப க்ளோஸா இருக்கிறவங்க இறந்து போயிட்டாங்கன்னா per death certificate 2 people can come out. நான் திருப்பியும் சொல்றேன், நீங்க டெத் சர்டிபிகேட் காமிச்சி ஆகணும். ஸோ 1 டெத் சர்டிபிகேட் வந்து 2 பேர் வெளியாக முடியும். சரியா? ரெண்டாவது இன்மர்ஜென்சி எக்ஸிட் வந்து என்னன்னா, இஃப் anyone is serious in the hospital, சரியா, anyone serious in the hospital, mother, father and anyone, you all can come out under the emergency exit. But இந்த emergency exitக்கும் குவாரண்டைன் இருக்கு. சரியா? நீங்க டெத்துக்கு வெளியாகனாலும் குவாரண்டைன் இருக்கு. இன்மர்ஜென்சி ஆஸ்பத்திரியில் இருக்கிறவங்க இருந்தாலும் உங்களுக்கு வந்து குவாரண்டைன் இருக்கு. ஸோ குவாரண்டைன் வந்து கம்பல்சரி. இந்த இன்மர்ஜென்சி எக்ஸிட் வந்து இவங்க எப்படி எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னு இப்ப வரைக்கும் யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. சரியா? they really don't know how to do that. Okay, and the other thing is again I'm telling you all, there is no more 10 days quarantine in Malaysia. ஸோ நீங்க சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து ஸ்வாப் டெஸ்ட் இதுக்கப்புறம் எடுக்க தேவையில்ல. சரியா? சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து ஸ்வாப் டெஸ்ட் எடுத்துட்டு இங்க வந்தீங்கன்னா 7 நாள் கிடைக்கும்ல. இதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து ஸ்வாப் டெஸ்ட் எடுக்க தேவையில்ல. ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் ஷேர் திஸ் டு ஆல் த மலேசியன்ஸ் இன் சிங்கப்பூர். தயவு செஞ்சு ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. And another important thing is Singapore has detected Malaysia is saying that Singapore has detected a kind of a COVID virus which is extremely spreadable easily. சரியா? This COVID is they have named it something. So அது வந்து சிங்கப்பூர்ல தான் வந்து இப்ப இருக்கு அந்த the type of the COVID. So it is going to spread very fast in Singapore also. சரியா? அதனால தான் Singapore has taken measures of putting 21 days. And one more thing is மலேசியாவுக்கு தயவு செஞ்சு இதுக்கப்புறம் கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு வராதீங்க. சரியா? ப்ளீஸ் do not come to Malaysia now. Malaysia is going through hell. The government in Malaysia is screwing themselves left, right, center, back. அவங்களே சொந்தமா ஸ்க்ரூ பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஓகே, மலேசியால வந்து ஆஸ்பத்திரியில வந்து கோவிட் பேஷண்ட்ஸ்க்கு மெத்த கிடையாது. They don't have enough bed in ICU. Okay, we have to understand, we have to tell to this government, what we don't understand is COVID வந்து has been in this country for almost 1 year. You had 1 year to prepare your bloody damn self. சரியா? உங்களோட ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி கோவிட் அதிகமா ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா how do you prepare yourself? This government has not prepared. We only have now 4,000 over cases and they are telling there's no place in ICU. Okay, what happens if we have 10-15,000 patients in Malaysia? This is going to become and same as what is happening in India. சரியா? இப்பயே வந்து ஐசியூல இடம் இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. I don't understand what is wrong with this government. You had one bloody year to fix this problem. You should have extra ICUs for COVID, extra oxygen supplies for COVID, and now we only have 4,000 plus cases, and we only have serious cases, I think less than 1,000 serious cases. We only have less than 1,000 serious cases, and you are telling there's no place in ICU. You bloody government has failed the people who have trusted you. First of all, we have never trusted you. Okay, you took this government, you hijacked this government, and now you are giving us rubbish stories saying that tidak mempunyai cukup tempat untuk patient di ICU. Okay, now people who have quarantine, they are telling them to quarantine at home. வீட்டிலே குவாரண்டைன் பண்ணுங்க. 2-3 நாள் 4 நாள் 5 நாள் கழிச்சு தான் ஆஸ்பத்திரிக்கு கொண்டு போறாங்க. When you have positive COVID, you have to quarantine yourself at home. After 3-4 days only they bring you to the monitoring center, and if you become serious they put you in ICU, subject to if there's place in ICU. If there's no place in ICU, this government is going to just leave us to die on the road as what we see in India. Screw this bloody government, really I'm telling you. We have money. We have one of the most expensive minister in this country earning 148 over thousand. I mean 140 over thousand salary per month. Our HR minister's salary is about 140 over thousand per month. We have 70 over ministers and they are monthly paying these bloody ministers millions of money for salary for doing nothing. This country has been paying millions every month, millions of money just to pay this bloody minister's salary, but you couldn't prepare a place for ICU. You couldn't prepare a place if COVID increase. You all don't have brains. You all don't have brains to think what will happen if the cases increase. 70 over ministers for what? For what the bloody hell you all have 70 over ministers in this country? Per minister, the minimum salary of a minister is what? 60,000, 50,000. The highest is 140 over thousand. And y'all are paying all the dumb people so much of money for doing nothing. Screw this bloody government, Muhyiddin. Screw yourself. You have lost the battle. Get lost. Muhyiddin, get lost. We don't need your bloody face anymore. It is so hard for people to go and even help people after this. You look at the Pasar Ramadan. Look at even the Malays. Pity the Malays. They couldn't enjoy. They have spent so much of money to do business. Okay, even we Indians or Chinese, the last 3-4 days is the most important day for us to do business when it comes to, this Ramadan, this bazaar and everything. You went and screwed up your own community, Muhyiddin. Your own bloody Malays, you have cheated the Malays. And you have put them into so big of a trouble, they cannot even celebrate Hari Raya because of your stupidity, Muhyiddin. You have no brains ministers. You have KDN minister, you have MKN minister, you have health minister, you have foreign affairs minister. Then you have one floor is going and talking about Kairi, what is going and talking about vaccine. You all spend millions and millions of money for vaccine, and the vaccine is not helping anyone. Screw your bloody vaccine. We have one of the most worst government that we could have ever imagined in this country, which is running such a beautiful country like Malaysia. Yeah, even though the racism on Malaysia is high, but still we don't see any Indians, Chinese and Malay fighting on the road. Okay, because the problem creators are all politicians. The normal people, we don't fight in the road. This is it is such a beautiful country, but because of a screwed up government, we are going to hell. You put lockdown from tomorrow up to what? June 6th. Then you think what? For all the days, what we are going to survive? People who are doing business, you know what is going to happen to them? We are going to die. We are going to die because of y'all screwing us up. Muhyiddin has failed as a prime minister. He has failed. Why do you have to go for a full lockdown waiting until 4,000 cases? Why couldn't you go for a full lockdown when we had 2,000? When we had 2,000, you would have gone for the full lockdown. Today we won't be suffering what we are going through right now. What is the difference? Y'all has given us so much of trouble. I don't understand what is going to happen to this country. Not only for Singapore people. The entire nation is going through hell. Until 7th of June, you all going to lock down this country. It is good that at least you are using your brains right now, Muhyiddin. You are one of the most worst prime minister that I have ever seen. You want to continue Darurat. You need this COVID to run your bloody government. You need this COVID to run your government. You want to keep Darurat for what? Another 2 years, And I don't understand what is Yang Dipertua Agong. Come on, lah. You are our beloved king, You are supposed to protect the people rather than protecting politicians. We are having MCO, we have PKP, PKPP, PKPPP, what all rubbish, and still it's all increasing. Lockdown got moratorium. Come on, guys. It is not about money, guys. It's about our life. Do you know, I used to go around helping people, giving people things. Even now, I'm starting to have the fear to go out and help. We are starting to have the fear to even help people. If now, I'm telling you, this time, the COVID is coming in a different way. They can't actually understand the cells inside the COVID. They can't actually understand how is this COVID immunity, how is it going about. They really can't understand. The worst thing is, Malaysia is a beautiful country, but we have one bloody screwed up government who is screwing us left, right, center, up, down, everywhere. We are dying every day. Businesses are all dying every day. People can't go out to work. You think we go to work, we are safer. We wear masks, we are safer. We have our vaccine, we are safer. Go to hell. We work not only to survive, we work also to pay you bloody government tax. You survive. Your bloody ministers take salary from our bloody tax money. We work hard to pay your salary. You know, the entire nation's pay. We work so hard not only to help our family, to even help your family, Muhyiddin, to all the ministers' family. We work hard. And what are y'all doing? Screwing us again. We have a Cadian minister who comes and says, about 3 days back, the Cadian minister, Kementerian Dalam Negeri, the minister is coming and saying they have new places, 3 or 4 new places, to capture whoever langgar SOP and put them inside. Okay? You all have created places to take people and lock people for doing their wrong things, but you have got no place. You have never created more ICUs in this country. Why can't you all create more ICU? Don't give any salary to the minister. For what do we have to pay for stupid ministers? You are sucking our blood. You are giving them high salary. And you are putting the people into the drains. You are putting them in the road to die without giving any facilities. You look at Sungai Buloh Hospital. Look at that. Is that Malaysia? Can we ever expect Malaysia to be in that situation? Malaysia is not a poor country, you know. Malaysia is not a poor country. We are one of the best country in Asia. And look at us today. We don't have proper facilities in hospital. People are not going to die because of COVID. People are going to die stressed up because sitting there. You all know, no? I'm telling you all, okay, I'm a guy who works on the field. Okay, I'm a guy who works on the field. Okay, I go down to poor people. I go down to people who are jobless, who are homeless, who have got no money to even eat tomorrow. I see families who have got no money to even survive for the next 1 week. You go put a lockdown, they are supposed to eat what? I just went and gave about 10 to 15 Muslim houses groceries. I just went and gave them groceries for about 10 to 15. I gave some here and I gave some in another place. We just went and helped about 10-15 Muslim families. Who are really in trouble, who have 9 kids and do not have proper food in the house. And y'all are saying to us that ICU, we have got no place. Screw your bloody government lah, Muhyiddin. You see, COVID is something unpredictable. Everyone knows. But this government should have been prepared for this kind of scenario. Okay? When KKM can come and say there's not enough bed in ICU, my question is, out of 4,000 over people, how many of them are in ICU? Not all 4,000 is in ICU. Maybe what, 500 to 1,000 people, I think critical, that's all. If this country cannot manage 500 to 1,000 people in ICU, what happens if 5,000 people need ICUs? What about accident case which is going to happen? Heart attack, diabetics. We have so many other sickness which needs ICU as well besides COVID patients. Why are we not prepared for this entire 1 year? What the hell were y'all doing? I see you, Muhyiddin, taking your bloody flight going to Indonesia, spending millions because you're a prime minister. Your cost is so high. And you go so well to the Arab countries. You go here, you go there. What the hell you went for? That money could have been, you could have built an ICU. I mean, few ICUs. Instead of building places to catch people who have done wrong. Okay, this is to KDN minister. You could be KDN minister, police minister, whatever minister. Okay, kami rakyat biasa. Kami sudah geram dengan perangai orang. Let me tell you that. Y'all are not using brains. For what do you want to go and create 4 centers to put in people who have langgar SOP? And you don't have a place for people who wants ICU. What? This is not something where we talk using cool. No, this is something that we should get angry. We are angry. You understand? We are angry with y'all already. Enough is enough. Don't kill the Malaysians. Don't kill them by saying we do not have enough ICU. Don't kill them by saying we do not have oxygen supply. This is not a country where we can say Malaysia doesn't have oxygen supply. Rubbish. One month you don't give your 70 over minister's salary. I'm telling you, we can buy oxygen supply like no one's business. The second month you don't pay them salary, we can build ICUs. We can build ICU, 2-3 ICU, which can put in hundreds of people. Cut their bloody salary. For what are you paying them so much of salary for? For doing nothing. Rubbish. Rubbish bloody government, I'm telling you all. You all want to catch me for doing this video? Go ahead. Spend money in putting me inside rather than helping those people who have affected by COVID. You all are putting all the frontliners into trouble. You all know that or no? I pity all the PDRM people who are on the road. You know, today there was heavy rain. I pity the military on the road. We are not in a war, you know. Pity those military people getting wet. We do not know whether did they buka puasa properly, you know. Time buka puasa hujan lebat gila babi. Pity them. Because of you running this bloody screwed up government, you look at how many thousands of people are being sacrificed, you know. They can't go and see their family. I really pity all the frontliners. This time seriously I'm telling you, I really pity all the frontliners in this country. The first people who should boycott this government is the frontliners. The frontliners, you all really know what is happening. You all know how much of problem you all are going through. Look at the PDRM standing in hot sun, standing in the rain. You look at the doctors, look at the nurses, pity them. They are going to work with fear, you know. They do not know, can they come back without COVID positive, you know. And y'all have all the ministers, y'all wear all those lengkap things, thousands of things. Y'all have bodyguard, you know, police running here, running there. First of all, does this country has enough ambulance to bring COVID patients and so? We do not even have proper ambulance services in this country, you know. You had 1 bloody year to prepare for this day. And you screw it up. I really pity them. I really tell you, I pity them. First of all, we have to save the frontliners, you know. I really, because today I went to few places. I met with all the frontliners. I'm telling you, they are going through hell because of y'all. You see, if y'all want to arrest Dayalan Sri Balan, go ahead. But tomorrow, day after tomorrow, there will be another 10 Dayalan Sri Balan who is going to screw y'all on Facebook. Don't worry. Okay, y'all are in a place where we can't touch y'all. Y'all are so secured. Y'all have sanitized and everything. There's no more mask giving by any ministers, any department. Where is the free mask that y'all used to give? Where is the free sanitizer that y'all used to give? Nothing has been given. Where the money is going, where this country's money is going for your bloody salary for the ministers. We want y'all to don't pay salary for the ministers. We are the people who got the power, and we are telling we do not agree you paying 70 over minister's salary, millions and millions and millions of money. This is the first time I'm doing video with so much of sweat. I'm that pissed off, you know. Okay, coming back to the Singapore issue. I'm going to finish off my video with just these three things. PCA, no more house quarantine. Y'all have 14 days quarantine in Malaysia, even though y'all have PCA. Okay, there's no more 10 days quarantine in Malaysia anymore. Okay, and there's no more house quarantine anymore. So keep this in mind. I'm really sweating too much. Take care. Guys, before I stop this time the virus, it is taking a different turn. Okay, so be safe. For the first time, I'm feeling afraid to go out. Trust this. I'm a guy who goes out. Y'all have seen me, okay? Even when the flood came, I went to so many houses in Pahang. I've been in Johor, so many houses. In KL, so many houses. I've never had this fear that I will get COVID, but this time I'm having it. Okay, so it's that serious. So please, guys, please stay at home. Stay at home. Protect yourself. And those who are in Singapore, those who are in Singapore, I love you guys. I'm telling you all, the Singapore COVID virus is a different kind of a virus. It is immunizing. So please take care. Okay. Thanks, guys.